Thanks for tuning in. This is Sweet Cyclist. Today we're going to be looking at Elite's Fly water bottles as well as their Ice Fly bottle. So here we have three variations of Elite Fly's water bottles. These are one of the lightest water bottles on the market, and we want to thank Elite for providing these to be reviewed. The three variations we have in front of us today are the two Fly versions, one of the smaller size at 550 milliliters, a larger 750 milliliters, and their newer Ice Fly 500 milliliter version, which is their insulated bottle. As you can see, the insulated bottle has almost the same outer height as the 750, but due to the double insulation design, you lose some capacity. In terms of specifications, the retail prices range from $8.99 for the smallest version, up to $9.99 for the bigger version, and then $18.99 for the insulated bottle. So very competitive in terms of price. These are all ultra light. If you ever use these before, you can see they're very soft plastic and very lightweight. They have high flow nozzles, really easy to use and really easy to clean out. All right, now let's take a look at the weight of these water bottles. Although it seems a little bit ridiculous that you would need a super lightweight bottle, it makes it easier to handle to have a lightweight bottle. So the smallest bottle, the 550 milliliter version, is 54 grams on my scale. The Ice Fly 500 milliliter version comes in at 124. And then the larger 750 standard Fly version is 58. So super light. So now let's take a closer look at the fit and finish of these bottles. As I mentioned, we have three versions of here. Let's start with the smallest version. These bottles are always really well known for their lightweight, and as a result of that, they're very squeezable. It makes it really easy to drink out of. Design-wise, very simple. It has a very soft feel, so really easy to grip. Very minimal graphics in this version. They also come in quite a wide variety of different color schemes. And at these prices, they're cheap enough that you can easily color match them to your bike or even custom order them to have whatever graphics you'd like. The caps are all very low profile with a very large mouthpiece. We open this up. You can see very small and narrow in here and really very thin and easy to squeeze. Cap-wise, this is very, very large. You can easily pull off the mouthpiece by just pulling on it. And as you can see, it is very, very large again. So this provides quite a bit of water flow, making it really easy to drink out of and easy to clean. If you had to deal with camelbacks before, you'll know that their two-way valves get pretty nasty. So especially if you're using drink mixes, a bottle like this is really the way to go, as it's easy to clean and won't develop any mold in it or anything. To put it back on, just pop it in place. Really easy to modulate this up and down as well. The higher capacity version is almost identical, except it has a nice little ring on it. So if you look at the larger capacity, you get this little grip ring on there, which makes it a little easier to handle. Interchangeable caps, different colors. I like to run with the 750 milliliter during the summer as it gets pretty hot, and having extra hydration is always a good thing. During winter, it's great to have a smaller bottle as the cold weather usually prevents you from drinking quite as much. One complaint I have is just with minimal use, you can already see this is has quite a few scratches and gouges in it. Now, I don't think these affect the actual performance of the bottle. It's just something to be aware of. Due to the light weight, they're less durable and they'll look more scratched up and beat up faster than, I think, a typical bottle. The more interesting bottle out of the bunch, I think, is the Ice Fly. This is 500 milliliters, but you'll note that it looks really similar in terms of height to the 750. This is because you lose some capacity due to the insulated nature of it. Again, it has the same cap, and this one has a little fractal design to it, which makes it really easy to grip. Again, it comes in different colors. Now, this one actually came with this little protective cap, which is a little strange. You wouldn't want to ride with this, as it'd be pretty inconvenient. And if we go ahead and open that up, you can see it pops out. It's just a little sleeve. So I can pop that out and actually put it on the other bottles. But that's actually, the protective cover is great for traveling or leaving in the car. You can see on the insulated bottle, the inner diameter is less than the outer diameter. It's still squeezable, but it's less squeezable due to the insulated nature. So now let's do a quick comparison between the Elite bottles and some standard bottles on the market. First off, we have the standard cheapo bottle. This is a purist bottle, kind of thick plastic. The nozzle head is really hard to pull up and down. So especially when you're riding, you'll just end up leaving this open and spilling it once you flip your bike or mount it. So that's one thing I don't like about this. Comparing this to the Elite, you can see it's a lot heavier and then it's a lot easier to squeeze the Elite. I think the gold standard in terms of water bottles are the Camelback podiums. I have two variations here. These are both the insulated bottles. This is the Big Chill, which is a little bit taller. Now these are, as I said, these are insulated, so really like these, especially during summer. What makes these really easy to use, but nasty to kind of use longer term, is the bottle heads. These get really dirty and ugly. They're a lot harder to clean. You have to pull out this piece, and the two-way valve in here, although it's really cool because it doesn't leak if you flip it, it does require more maintenance, and you have to soak the head. If you compare the Elite mouthpiece versus the Camelback, you can see it's a lot shorter in profile and a lot easier to use. So with the Camelbacks, I really avoid using drink mixes just because it's so nasty. Sizing wise, they all have the same diameter, so you end up getting the same capacities. But again, just easier to squeeze. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the Elite Fly bottles. I really like the prices. They're really affordable. You can color match them. You can get different designs. They're very lightweight, so if you're weight weenie, this is the bottle to go with. And the high flow nozzle and the fact that the bottles are so easy to squeeze makes it very easy to use on a ride. Some of the things I don't like about it, is that it's so easy to scratch. Even after the first use, you start to see the scratches on there. Elite also has a very confusing range of bottles. They have 6 or more different names and varieties, so it's a little bit difficult to figure out which one will work for you. And finally, that push and pull valve is inferior to the jet valve. I like the Camelback one-way valve. Even though it's a little harder to clean, it's, I think, a better style valve. Now let's give the bottles a final rating. Out of 10, I would give it a 8. I think they're really easy to use bottles and they're very lightweight. And with the variations of designs and colors, it's a great thing to mix and match with your bikes. So thanks for watching this review, and please like and subscribe to support the channel. You can follow us on Instagram at The Sweet Cyclist, as well as our website at thesweetcyclist.com for additional content. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.